My name's Patricia Reed. My background is I'm a registered nurse. I have a health and lifestyle consulting business called Total Health Options, and I'm here today to talk to you about this wonderful, amazing product called NutriKane D that I've been using in my practice now for the past 4 years. I first came across NutriKane D at the end of 2014. I was introduced to it through a colleague, and I initially was asked for some advice around how it might be the best way to get the word out about the product to the natural health industry. So I've suggested that probably the best thing was for me to trial it with my own database and my clients and myself. And within a very short time, I was absolutely stunned at some of the results that I was getting for some long-term chronically ill patients. I've got probably 50 or 60 of my clients using it. Some of them are so wrapped in the product that they'll buy a carton at a time. They find it has helped them in a huge range of ways. Originally, when it was suggested to me that the product was a breakthrough in treating type 2 diabetes and being able to assist in lowering, naturally lowering blood glucose levels, that's what got my interest, because I'm obviously the type of work that I do. I'm very interested in minimal interventions and finding solutions that are as natural as possible. I was keen to know more about the product, and obviously that's when I started using it myself and gave it to my patients. Within a remarkably short time, one of the things that bemused me just a little at first was the suggestion that people would actually feel different within a week of taking the product. I was a little cynical, but in actual fact, in some instances that was absolutely the case. I started getting reports back from people that had chronic, especially with chronic fatigue, that had the brain fog was lifting, they're sleeping better, their levels of concentration had improved dramatically, and of course the gut, which is the linchpin to your immune health, improved dramatically. So it didn't take me very long. Within 6 months, I was very committed to staying online track with this product and following through with it and seeing where it was going to go. Well, for me, I've got a number of clients who no longer take their type 2 diabetes medication, so that's a pretty good indication for me. When you get results like that, you know you're on a winner. What I do is I actually look at putting them onto what we call a health program, and it's a program that we follow through on a 4-week regime, and it really is just to help them get used to how to take the product most effectively and what to look for and what to expect. Sometimes there'll be maybe a slight detox effect. I find it's very effective if I stay close to the person and answer their questions and be available to also talk to their medical practitioners if that's required, and just work hand in hand with them. And I find that personal approach really works quite well. The type of people that I've been working with are having major health challenges, and I think the most important thing that when you're working with a product like this is if you establish a trust relationship with your client, and that's not a hard thing to do with this product, because I'm so confident that I know that they're going to get some improvement or massive improvement. It just depends on the individual, but I haven't yet struck anyone that hasn't had an improvement of some description. So for me, it's a very easy situation of being able to work with them and assure them that what they can expect. Mostly observe is that if there's any type of condition of underlying inflammation in that person's health conditions, that seems to settle down quite dramatically in some instances. If they're on medication for type 2 diabetes, I like to work with them in conjunction with their medical practitioner, and what we're seeing is that the people who are getting really good results on lowering their blood glucose reach a point where their doctor advises them that they actually no longer need to be taking their type 2 diabetes medication, which is a pretty exciting development, as you can appreciate.